This weather is just absolutely beautiful.
It does feel like spring, but it's hotter than normal, or at least with spring right now, Ryan, right?
Yeah, typically Alicia and Phil, we're in the lower 70s this time of year, but instead tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be in the middle 80s, so a full 10 to 15 degrees above the March average. So you could call this a heat wave we're entering into. Meantime, as we go into this week's forecast, a big change will be the mornings and the afternoon. So every single morning going forward, expect morning fog, some dense at times. Between 5 a.m. and about 9 a.m., visibility will be reduced down to some spots across the area, a quarter to maybe a tenth of a mile. So plan on that. Leave it a little extra early every single morning going forward. It's not until Thursday night and Friday things start to change in our forecast, and you'll see lower to middle 80s, very spring-like air, and mornings not too bad in the lower to middle 60s. So would not say it's going to be cold, not just yet, not until later on this weekend. Okay, right now 66 both at the airport at Stinson, southeast winds of 13 miles an hour. What that's doing, it's bringing up the humidity. Now it feels nice out there right now, middle 60s, 70s across the board, 66 in the city while we're at 72 at Carrizo Springs, but the big story is the moisture levels. Now, again, it's not terribly humid, but those southeast winds, they're advecting more moisture in our direction. What that's going to do is create a very humid pattern going forward. And look at this. Through Friday, it's not changing until Friday night. That's when the front moves in, it looks like, sparks off a chance at rain and drops the humidity just briefly in the next weekend. And in the meantime, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., here's the fog situation. Around a tenth of a mile in some areas across the hill country, northern Medina County, Rock Springs, up I-35. Visibility will be reduced once again, and it's likely going to linger through about mid-morning, 10 and 11 a.m., just like it did this morning, right? So after about, let's say, lunchtime, skies start to clear. We'll see some sunshine and highs recover into the upper 70s and lower 80s with those southeast winds keeping it very toasty around 5 to 15 miles an hour and temperatures trending way above average for this time of year. And look at the nation, right? From Texas to Florida, a very humid pattern in place. You have to go farther north into the Dakotas, the Midwest, southern Canada to pick up on the very cold winter-like and polar air. As a matter of fact, North Dakota at 24 degrees, -1 in the southern provinces of Canada. But again, high pressure pretty much in control. And watch what happens as we put this into motion through tomorrow, through Tuesday, through Wednesday. This ridge of high pressure, our main player, and that just channels in. It funnels in a lot of humidity, setting up the stage for one chance at rain in the forecast. Yes, we'll have some morning fog, maybe some sprinkles every single morning going forward. But in terms of measurable rain, we're waiting on this cold front to move in Friday afternoon, moving towards I-10 around 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, and as it moves through, colliding with that humid air and igniting some scattered to isolated showers. Right now, we're thinking about a quarter of an inch of rainfall in San Antonio. Not what we need, but we'll take it. And areas up to the north and east near Dallas and Fort Worth, near a half an inch to maybe an inch of rainfall. All right, 7-day forecast tomorrow. Foggy to start, and then after lunchtime, skies clear just like they did today. 81, 83 on Tuesday, and here's the same story through Thursday. Better chance at rain Friday as that cold front moves through, drops highs from the 80s to the lower 70s, and mornings back in the 40s and 50s by this time next weekend.